Good morning, Bitcoiners. Welcome to Bitcoin for Mere Mortals, the channel where we're going to talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, technology, and the future. Bitcoin for Mere Mortals is also a book. It's available at Amazon. You can find it there. Here we don't give financial advice, we give education and entertainment. Okay, the markets are still flat today. Nothing much happening again. I guess it's still early. And there won't be any movement until this afternoon when the US starts waking up. Nothing much to mention in the markets here. Maybe Luna is going up 2%, Avalanche is going down 3%, MAT is going down 2%, Algorand 2% down, Chainlink 5%, this is one of the best today, Atom up 5% again, and Phantom is going down 3%. Okay, nothing much happening. And the fear and greed index is in 29, exactly as yesterday. This is unusual. Normally it goes up and down, but it's still exactly the same as yesterday. Okay, today is celebration time. Bitcoin network turns 13, and the hash rate is an all-time high. We'll talk about the hash rate in a minute. 13 years. 13 years is quite an important achievement because when Bitcoin was 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, most analysts, most people, most experts said, "Oh no, this is not gonna last. This is a fad. This is a bubble. It's a Ponzi scheme. Blah 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 blah." But 13 years in technology is a long time. Imagine when Google, Amazon, and all these big companies, when they were 1 or 2 years old, people didn't think they were going to survive. But when they were 13 years old, everybody was sure they were here to stay. Google was huge after 13 years. Amazon, same. Facebook, the same. Yeah, so Bitcoin is 13 years old now, and due to the Lindy effect. The Lindy effect is like a law that says that if something survives 13 years or 10 years or 100 years, it's quite likely to survive at least another 13 years, right? So we will probably see another 13 years of Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure it's going to be much more than that. But 13 years is already a good time, a good landmark for Bitcoin. And on the 3rd of January 2009, that's why the anniversary is today. This is in the first block mined by Satoshi Nakamoto. It was this picture of the front page of the Times, and just to prove that it was the right date, but also it was related to this piece of news that says that the Chancellor was on brink of second bailout for banks. So let's not forget that Bitcoin is a monetary system that tries to compete with the fiat system that is printing money, infinite money, and helping banks and helping their friends, basically. They're using what they call the Cantillon effect. The Cantillon effect is whoever is closer to the printing money machine gets most of the money, and that's a very unfair system because the rest of us are very far away from the printing machine. So yeah, there you go. 13 years old, Bitcoin. Happy birthday. And this is I'm going to show you a few graphs from Glassnode and other sources. Today, because it's the related, I don't know if it's related or not, but to celebrate the 13th birthday of Bitcoin, the hash rate has gone up to all-time highs. The hash rate is related to the power, the processing power of the machines, of the computers mining Bitcoin. As we can see here, in 2021 it went up, then it went down, and then it recovered, and now it's at all-time high. It actually made 10% increase in 2021. Usually, price follows the hash rate, so this is very good news. Another graph I want to show you is when you look at the price, it's obviously up and down, every day is changing, right? But when you look at the 90-day average, it gives you a more stable picture of what's happening really in the long run. And what's happening is Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin becomes stable. Bitcoin goes up and it becomes stable, up, stable. So the next logical step is up. Keep in mind that the stable time, the stable place, keeps getting longer. Here it was like just 1 year, here it was like almost 3 years, and here is almost 4 years. So it keeps getting longer, which means that Bitcoin is becoming less volatile and more stable, more like an traditional asset like gold or real estate. And another graph is the illiquid Bitcoin. Again, this is good news because more and more Bitcoin is becoming illiquid. What does it mean? That people are storing Bitcoin in cold wallets, in custodian services, and they are not planning to sell it in a few years or maybe never. So the less liquidity there is at the exchanges, the higher the price will go. It's only now around 1.5 million liquid Bitcoin at the exchanges, and this is dropping 100k every month. More billionaires are turning to crypto because they are afraid of inflation. Obviously, if you got a lot of money and you lose 10%, you're losing a lot of 10% of a lot is a lot. So if you got fiat, put in crypto, put in Bitcoin. And this marvelous, amazing island here in the Pacific is no other country than Tonga. Tonga is a kingdom and is the second country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Now we have El Salvador, and we got Tonga. This is amazing news for Bitcoin and amazing news for Tonga. Now Tonga, that I didn't even know where it was, or I wasn't aware of that there was such a country. It's actually east from New Zealand. I had to visit. Because it seems like a wonderful place. Yeah, there you go. More and more countries are going to do the same because Tonga what is doing by doing this is attracting capital, entrepreneurs, investment, money, tourism, and talent. That's what they're doing. So this is very good news. And let's have a discussion about energy, because there was a tweet about some guy saying that Bitcoin uses too much energy. Okay, this has been a fad for a long time, and it's just not true. I mean, it is true that Bitcoin uses quite a lot of energy, but so that people lighting Christmas trees using a lot of energy. People watching the Kardashians are using a lot of energy also. And who are we to judge? I mean, if you want to watch the Kardashians, feel free, as long as you pay for it. Obviously, in an ideal world, we would like to be careful with our energy uses, be efficient, make sure that most of it comes from clean sources, and all that, of course. But at the end of the day, we cannot live without energy, and we need energy for everything. This is a comparison between the use of energy between Bitcoin and the rest. And all these use more energy than Bitcoin, and some of them a lot more, like 1,000 times more. like cars and cities. Even the army, the military machine is very wasteful in energy. And banks, you see, Bitcoin is trying to replace, in a way, banks, at least in part, and it's much more efficient than banks because it's dealing now with the $1 trillion in assets, and it's hardly using any energy compared to banks. So that's something to keep in mind. And gold is definitely going to replace gold, and gold is using about 3 times the energy or more, 4 times the energy of Bitcoin. So yeah, Bitcoin is using the same energy as small countries, but it's very useful because Bitcoin is providing a very safe store of value, and the world and investors and people need a safe way to store their money. That's the reason why they use banks, and that's the reason they use gold, and that's the reason why they use Bitcoin. Who are we to say that no, stop using banks, stop using gold? No, people will choose whatever they want. If they want to choose banks, let them do it. I mean, it's a free world. But some people are starting to use Bitcoin, and that's fine. And the energy used in Bitcoin is used to secure the network. And Bitcoin is the safer network ever created, thanks to in part to the energy use, and also to the blockchain. So that's the debate about the energy. And also, more than 50% of the energy used for Bitcoin is either stranded energy that would be lost anyway, or green energy. And this is a funny story about at the beginning of the 20th century, Henry Ford's lawyer went to the bank and asked for a loan because he wanted to invest in stocks of the Ford company, right? And the banker said to him, don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. The horse is here to stay. There is no future in engine cars. Lucky for him, he didn't listen to the banker, and he invested the $5,000 in the car, in the Ford company, and a few years later, that became $12.5 million. At that time, that was a small fortune, or a big fortune. So there you go. Bankers will tell you to stay with fiat money, with the horse, but don't listen to them because the future is here. It's in the car. It's in the electric car. It's in Bitcoin. Okay, guys, this is all I got for today, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, press the notification bell, comment, let me know what you want me to talk about in the next episodes, and I will see you tomorrow.